Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Jerry the Boss here, back with match 6 of the IPL Open. Before we do anything, go and hit the like button, comment for me, and hit the subscribe button. I know that's a lot to ask, but I know you guys can do it, and I'm really trying to grow a little bit. If nothing else, just because the summer's coming and I'm going to have a lot more free time to put out more content, and so it'd be nice to be able to share that content with the world, So yeah. Anyway, before we get off too far on that, I didn't make Top Cut. Okay, so it turns out that I missed out by two differential. So if I would have killed 2 more mines or not let 2 of mine die or anything, I mean, I would have been in a better position here, but I unfortunately didn't make it. So I will be doing a more in-depth team analysis, but like that I brought. But then again, I also wasn't, this kind of, like I said, this kind of got pushed in the background. I mentioned it in another video. I had this massive project I had to do, which ended up being like 3,500 words and 16 pages. And then I had like a test the next day, and then a homework due the next day, and then, typical college end of the semester kind of stuff going on. So, but this is Wednesday when I'm recording, and the next Tuesday I'll not have anything to do all day except for just whatever I want to do. So there's a good possibility that I'll start streaming on YouTube and Twitch as well. So be watching out for that. Hopefully my thumbnails will start improving, and layouts and things of that nature will kind of improve. So just be on the lookout for things like that. And if you do notice them and you do enjoy them and do like them, let me know about it. Comment, tell me how much you like it, and hit the like button. I mean, it's pretty easy. That's what it's there for. But anyway, before we get off into too much into that, again, so my team. So I have the 6 you see here: Zapdos, Quillfish, Delmize, Heatran, Siglif, Audino, Zygarde 10%, and Diancie. My opponent had Manaphy, Arcanine, Amoonguss, Mienshao, Ribombee, Jolteon, Mesprit, about said Mespirit, and Sandslash. Yeah, so I was looking and I was like, this would be a great time to bring offensive Zapdos, because I was also knew that I had to win by a lot, but I wasn't sure at the time of me building by how much I needed to win by. And so yeah, I ended up just bringing this. I have the sets. I told you I was going to go into more depth, so I will. So it's a agility set with Life Orb, only 2 attacks though. Thunderbolt and Heat Wave were the only ones I needed. I was modest max special attack and enough speed to outspeed Scarf Mienshao after agility. I was dual hazards Quillfish, Spikes and T-Spikes with Venus Shock and Destiny Bond. I just thought his hazard removal was Ribombee and Sandslash. I think that's only 2. And I figured Sandslash wouldn't appreciate a Scald if I did bring it, so he probably wouldn't directly switch into Quillfish with a Sandslash. And Ribombee, Defog Ribombee is not good, but I mean, it's workable, but it's not good, so I didn't expect it. Next we have Delmize. I was Culverberry for the Mienshao. This was supposed to be my Mienshao check. I also didn't kind of really expect Mienshao too much, just because I have like 5 resists to fighting, it feels like. I have 4 that I brought, so I mean, I really wasn't expecting it. But anyway, I have Anchor Shot and Knockoff as my 2 like attacking moves, and I brought Pain Split over Synthesis just in case he brought Rain Dance Manaphy, which I know that my opponent brought several times. And I brought Roleplay as a little interesting tech. I thought I could copy the Regen off of Amoonguss or the Intimidate off of Arcanine on switch in or something like that. Just something little cool tech, that I thought I could run because I didn't know last move, and I was prepping with speed. Heatran is my rocker, but it's also an offensive rocker. Yeah, it's Power Herb with Solar Power, Lava Plume, and Earth Power. We're modest and max speed. Zapdos was the only one that I didn't run like a 252 kind of set. Seaglift, I ran Choice Scarf, Psychic Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. And it was also my defogger, just in case I needed one. But I was 10 in lens, so I was still going to take rocks. Excuse me. So, I'm actually not sure why I ran Shadow Ball after looking at it, but it doesn't matter. Not really. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. And then Audino was eject button, encore, knockoff, wish, protect. The encore was to try to catch a setup Manaphy. And then the eject button was to try to catch like Mesprit U-turning or something, and then let my Mesprit get in for fairly, or not my Mesprit, let my Zapdos get in for fairly free was basically my idea there. So yeah, there's not a lot of meat on this bone really for this battle. Well, the battle's actually okay. It went down pretty well. But I am a little. This is the first time. Well, this isn't the first time. But this is the. I don't know. I'm spiraling. Let's just start with the battle before I go off into this anymore. Okay, so I lead off with Quillfish because I see that his hazard removal is Rabombi that he brought, and I was like, well, you know, that's not the best. So I just decided to throw up a spike here because I noticed he had Rabombi, or not Rabombi, what is that thing called? Amoonguss, and I didn't want the T-spikes to get absorbed just like right off the bat. So there is a spike there. I don't know why it's not showing, I promise. There is a spike. So I'll switch out into Heatran here. It's pretty good switching into Rabombi. We don't have hidden powers, so there's no way he can HP ground me or anything like that. At this point, I just throw off Lava Plume because I knew his resists were the Arcanine and the Manaphy, but I had Earth Power for Arcanine. But I really didn't expect Flash Fire. Kind of expected not that. I guess Flash Fire is fine, but SD Delmaz became a much bigger threat with Flash Fire Arcanine, just for me looking at it. But nonetheless, he got me there. Arcanine with a Flash Fire boost is actually pretty threatening. I think it has like a 115, I feel like, attack stat, or 105, something like that. So it can be pretty powerful. So I take this opportunity to just switch out into Quillfish and get the Intimidate off as he bulldozes, which is a fair play, especially on Heatran. I guess that was his Heatran switch in. But that's fine. So now we have a second layer of spike up. That bulldoze did very little. But I throw up rocks here, so I have, you can't see it, but I have spikes, 2 layers of spikes, and then stealth rocks as well. My opponent has dual screens Mesprit, which is fairly threatening, especially when he has the Manaphy, and then he's already shown Quiver Dance Rabombi. So yeah, I expected him here to go into Manaphy, but I couldn't do a lot about it. Well, that covered Manaphy and Arcanine, so that's why I Earth Powered that turn. But I did predict him to Tail Glow here, so I just Solar Power. That's why I had Powered Herb. And that does a little under enough to KO, but it's not the end of the world. I figured he would set up. I watched some of his replays in the past since he was in my division, and it seemed like he was very anxious to set up with his Manaphy. So I just predicted that and went for Solar Beam. I think I said Solar Power earlier. That would be cool if we were Solar Power on Heatran, but we're not. Anyway, switch out into Delmons here because I didn't really know what else I should do. That Scald did 44, which is no joke, but I knew Ice Beam would kill us here, so I just sacked it off. I go into Siglift because we're Scarf and I know we can KO it. I really didn't know what to do past that. If he wanted to switch out, it would probably be into Mesprit anyway. So that's really the best idea that I had at the moment. I guess I could have Shadow Balled, but I was scared that he would be like bulky Manaphy with screen support and it wouldn't KO because I didn't calc. But yeah, so here I just decided to switch out into Audino because we have the eject button and we can knock it off and all that good stuff. Throw up a wish or whatever. This pops our eject button and it gets me a chance to go back into Heatran, and I just Lava Plume here. That does 30, which is kind of nuts when you think about it because I'm modest. So yeah, that thing is very spadef. So here I predict the Arcanine, and even though Light Screen's up with the rocks and 2 layers of spikes, Earth Power is still going to KO, which is nice. Arcanine was going to be kind of a big threat going forward, I feel like. Here he brings out his Mienshao, takes the hazards. I go out into Quillfish because I predict him to be physical. Mienshao can actually be special fairly easily, in my opinion, but he's a subset, which is fairly interesting. He knocks off here, and I get up my 3rd layer of spikes because I expected him to just U-turn or something like that. But he's sub, so I mean, I don't know. Or Baton Pass, I think it's Baton Pass. I'm really not sure why I spiked there. I guess I just didn't feel threatened by it. If anything, it would allow my Zapdos to set up, so I guess that's what my thought process was. Here, the crit high jump kick matters a ton because it only would have done close to 35%. So we would have been in range to live another after Black Sludge. Well, no, we don't have Black Sludge anymore. We still would have been in range to live one, I'm pretty sure. So, I'll be in a shock here. The only thing that would have done was allow me to Destiny Ball in the next turn, really. So, it's not that big a deal. But it does come into play because at the time, I didn't know how much I needed to win by. So, I'll talk about that more at the end if you make it there. So Venoshock doesn't break the sub. That's to be expected. It's not poison, so it's weak base power. And Quillfish only has 55 base special attack, so it's not that big a deal. I am Scarf, so I just decided to go in here and break the sub for my Zapdos was my idea. My Choice Scarf is gone. But he switches out hard, which kind of surprised me. Psychic right there. Do that much. And then Shadow Ball here only does 30%, which is super unfortunate because it allows him to get up his Light Screen again. And now here's where it gets super unfortunate. He freezes me with Ice Beam. Me and my opponent both thought Lava Plume thawed you out, but it is not, because obviously I'm clicking Lava Plume here just because, I mean, why would I not? So I just continue to click it because I didn't know what to do. And again, I'm just looking to get Zapdos in the first chance I can. So, here, goes for high jump kick and KOs me on a crit. I don't think it mattered, but it's still a crit. So, here I just decided to go hard into my Zapdos, and he knocks off instead of, well, he didn't reveal his last move yet. I don't know if he ever did, actually. But he knocks off here, which gets rid of my Life Orb, which actually helps me more in the long run because, well, helps me more in the moment at least, because I was going to have to take a Life Orb after I broke the sub, and then another hit from Mienshao. If it was Ice Punch or something like that, I had a less likely chance to live it, you know, so it just helped me out. Agility first to get faster, so that he can't repeatedly sub on me and do those kind of shenanigans. I Thunderbolt here, I didn't feel the need to predict. And I Heat Wave here, and it does just under enough to kill, which is very unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Because like I said, I wasn't really feeling it. I was actually, I was at the place I do my homework at, and I was in between listening to a live lecture and working on studying for a test or something the next day whenever we played this, so it really didn't matter to me, honestly. But he Sludge Bomb poisons me, which is, it's just, the hacks is built up over the season, I guess, but everybody has those seasons. It's not that big a deal. I do make a really good play here, I feel like, and Roost. I was going to Roost anyway, whether he stayed in or not, because Amoonguss doesn't get Synthesis or anything like that, so it didn't have a way to heal itself up immediately. I don't think it gets Synthesis anyway. But here, he sends out Rabombi, which is just a free Heat Wave. I thought about Thunderbolting, but I also didn't calc anything, so I didn't want to risk the weird roll that didn't KO it. From here, Mienshao comes back out. I Thunderbolt. No, I Roost. Okay, I thought I Thunderbolted. Misses a high jump kick, which is a little revenge, I guess, for all the other hacks, but it still doesn't feel the same, honestly, when you're thinking about it. But yeah, so then Amoonguss comes out here and takes all this. And I miss a Heat Wave, which is just like, well, there goes that crit, I guess. Or that miss. It's kind of the same accuracy. But I just decided to Roost up to guarantee that he couldn't KO me that next turn. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I lived another one too, so it worked out. And then we just KO with Heat Wave. So it really, like I said, it was a fairly straightforward battle, but we won. We missed out by 2 differential points. So I didn't know going into the battle how much I needed to win by. I needed a 5-0 apparently, because I had the head-to-head matchup against the person that ended up above us. But it's really no big deal. I didn't enjoy the IPL as much as I would have hoped. The IPL Open, at least. There is an actual IPL league, so that would be different, I'm sure. But I didn't enjoy it as much, and I think that's mainly because of the timing of it all. Like, I didn't expect Alf to start up as soon. I really enjoy Alf every season that I play in, and with the ending of school being right here, you know, it's always hectic. I don't know if any of you are in college, but it's crazy. But yeah, so we missed out. I do wish the head-to-head came into more play, but then if you went with head-to-head as the tiebreaker before differential, there'd be no point in keeping up with differential. That's the reasoning that people that I've asked before have given me on the reason we take differential first. Not in this league, but in others. So I guess I'm just too used to American sports where the head-to-head always comes first, but it's no big deal. I really did have fun, and hopefully you guys did too. If you did, leave a like. Like I said earlier in the video, I plan on starting to stream some if I can. I also plan on buying an Elgato soon, so we'll have like some in-game stuff. If you are excited about that, tell me down below in the comments if you want to see like some Wi-Fi battles with like some friends, or some let's see, shiny hunting. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was trying to talk about. Unfortunately, my internet's not the best, so it may be very difficult to stream and play online with my Switch, but I'll test it out some and see if it can handle it, because most of the time I can't even handle just playing online in general, but I'll try to make it work for you guys if you want to see it. Yeah, so I think that's it. I have some other projects that I have talked about with people. I've talked about doing some best of threes with some people I know on VGC, on Showdown, and then I know a guy that I was talking to in Alf that he's a really creative player, and he actually has a VGC team with a Jigglypuff on it, or he has the replay of him playing with that team. And I asked him if he would be willing to either hop on and do a video talking about his analysis of that battle and let me kind of interview him on that, or he would kind of jump into our team building videos on VGC and help me improve there or on stream, because I plan on I probably will start converting the VGC videos into my stream content until I get the Elgato in. But yeah, so he said he might hop into those. We'll just have to see, because I'm not gonna like it. It just depends on the timing of it all, what all happens, and when I get the Elgato and things like that. So yeah, but thanks you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the IPL Open content, feel free to subscribe. I'll have more Draft League content in the future, and I think that's it. I think I've said everything at least twice, so that'll be good. Peace.